I have no idea.
Chance I get, you can't change nothing if you don't do that. I pay my taxes even when it hurts. Sometimes I think though it's just getting worse. Am I living the American dream?
No, I'm not.
I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see.
There we go.
See myself in American dream. Am I living in American dreams? Am I living in American dreams? Am I living in American?
How y'all doing, baby? How y'all doing, baby? It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday, and it's time for another Blue Dot family meeting. And, gee, I'd like to sit here and welcome everybody if you're there, because I don't even know if you're there. My producer's not here. He's in town. He's due to be back in a few minutes, but I hit a button. Go figure. I hit a button. See if I can solve this another way. Let me see. Anyway, what I did is I closed the window and I went back in, and I can't get in there, and I am unable to see the chat. So I don't know if anybody jumped in here or not. I don't even know if I am on the air or not, because I have no way of knowing if anybody's seeing me or not. So let me see here if I can. He'll be back in a minute. Let's see if this works. Anyway, I can't see it, so I will just naturally assume that John hit the wrong freaking button. But we did get out because I have a green light there, and I'm connected over here. The only thing I can't see is the chat. The chat is the only thing I cannot see. Let me turn this off because that's just distracting the shit out of me. But I didn't log out of Restream, so I know that Mile High Atheist just a little while ago subscribed to our YouTube channel. So thank you, Mile High Atheist. We appreciate you being here. Thank you for following us. Anyway, well, now that I've totally screwed up the intro to this one, let me find my Brian, I'll be glad when my producer gets back. Oh, now don't tell me this ain't. Hello, Spark, you're on the air.
We can hear you.
You can hear me? Can you hear me on YouTube? Okay. I've lost it with Sparky. So let me jump out here and see if I can get back into the blue room, which I'm supposed to be there. Let me see. Velda, are you here? Velda? Velda Lee. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. This might work. No, that's not it. Velda, can you hear me? Velda? That ain't working. And I'm voice connected. Let's see if anybody can get in here. Lord have mercy, I have just really screwed this up big time. And it doesn't seem like I'm being able to get my shit going here. Let me see. David, can you hear me?
I don't know if you can hear me, John, but I can hear you well now.
You're can
good
hear
on
you.
YouTube, but you just got on Discord.
All right, there you go. I got a connection here. And you say I'm on YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube's fine. YouTube's coming through strong.
All right. I don't know if I'm on Facebook. The other day, when we broadcast, I didn't connect to Facebook. And I don't
remember
know why. It has to do with Restream and all that kind of stuff. But thank goodness I got this part live. What's really bothering me is I don't have the chat in front of me. Normally the chat...
I'll go look over on Facebook.
Yeah. Well, I'm not getting the YouTube chat or the Facebook chat. I'm not getting any chat at all. That's the problem. I closed that window by mistake, and then it asks you that stupid question, what's your password? I'm sure it's written down somewhere on a document. Maybe it's over here. I don't know. But, David, I'm telling you, it's one of those days. Travis is indeed here. Let me see. I better not screw with another damn thing. I'm going to really mess things up. Anyway, let me get our discussion going with what I assumed that was going to be my starting rant before I screwed everything up. And that is, the ongoing issues in Afghanistan. Deadline is still August 31st. We're going to be out of there. And so we're going to try to get everybody out that we can before that date, I guess. So there's much to talk about there. And then the other story I found notable today was that the Select Committee on January 6th has put out, is fixing to, according to a report, fixing to put out notices to cell phone providers that they must preserve records of various people, including congressmen. And we know that Kevin McCarthy talked to Donnie on that day. Jim Jordan, he says he talked to him on January 6th. So there's two that we know. There's two. We want to see who else. And the Select Committee has put out a list, and that they're fixing to send to these phone companies. This is the meat and potatoes, baby. All these guys that got arrested for storming the Capitol, those are the pawns, baby. We want to get to the meat and potatoes of this thing. We want to find out who conspired to do what. Anyway, that I thought was noticeable news that the Select Committee is going to start rolling again. I want to see things happen. I want to see some evidence come forward about who was doing what to win, and that's what that shit. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Let me see if I can Let me see if I can get the rest of this going. Ben, are you in the room?
Yes.
Outstanding. I think I hit Sparky Dunk. And let's see if he pops into the room here. It is difficult to see that chat. Oh, Lord. I don't know. Ben, how are you doing?
I'm
There's
doing
Sparky
pretty
Dunk.
good.
Good.
I got some comedy for you later on.
Oh, yeah? Good, because I
Oh,
need
yeah.
to laugh because I'm sinking my own boat here. I'm blasting holes in the bottom of this thing. And Travis is going to come back here in a little while, and he's going to say, Dad, what did you do?
Just tell him you scuttled the ship.
I
while he's
scuttled
gone.
the ship. We were in danger, and I was afraid it was going to fall into enemy hands. And, I'm sure on one of these pieces of paper he left me up here on the desktop that evidently I can't open there. And I can't open that one. Fine.
Sparky Dunk made it in.
Hey, Spark, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I had to wait
Outstanding.
for the accept banner to appear on the Discord.
Well, that took a while. I don't know what the hell I did.
And then I tried to call you on Skype to tell you we could hear you.
Yeah, I got your
YouTube.
call. I could hear you.
Well, I accidentally muted my microphone on the button. I just got
Well, good. Well, I'm glad you're here, Spark.
crosstalk before push to talk and whatever.
I think I just figured out the problem. We're working on the technical difficulties as we speak. David, are you in the room?
I am still in the room.
Outstanding, David. Now we got Ben, we got David, we got Sparky Dunk, and last but not least by any means, Bernadette, are you here?
John,
Oh, Bernadette.
obviously you did not read the document
No.
on Travis's screen.
What's worse is I can't even open the damn thing now. I just tried to open it, and it won't open. I double-click
Too
it.
many buttons.
Nothing.
Too many
Nothing
buttons,
happens.
John. You got to do this off air.
I know it.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to have
Practice
all of this.
runs.
All of this. Oh shit! Don't I hit some? Oh shit! No, I don't want to. I don't want to do that. I hit a button and something else started happening. Anyway.
You're
Sir,
5 by 5
I-
on everything that I got going on. Okay,
Yeah.
just to let you know.
You got some stuff going
So
on.
relax. You got this. I got YouTube and I got Discord, and you're working on all that. I don't do Facebook. That's for other people.
Yeah.
And
I would ask
conspiracy
somebody to
theory.
tell me if I'm on Facebook, but I couldn't see anyway.
I cannot find you on Facebook.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
There you
So
go.
we're having technical difficulties from the last time that we loaded up on Restream. And
Correction. I searched where I knew your website was and the group site was, so I might personally not have been able to find you. You could be there. I just couldn't find you.
I always broadcast under my personal page on Facebook, John Brittaber.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only one I saw in there was from August 22nd then.
Nope, that's a few days ago. Yep. Darn it. Well, when my producer gets back, if he gets back in time, because Lord have mercy, he's got to be at HEB at 6:30 to pick up an order, so he may not get back here until the end of the show. So I don't know. I really screwed up. That really bothers me that I can't see the chat.
Hey, John.
Yes, dear.
Relax.
Okay.
It's all good. It's all
All right.
working.
If
I
somebody
got the
wants to,
chat covered for you. You do have a shout out.
I have Lady Freedom Rocks, who came in with $5 and said, over the January 6th thing, I want some ass, and I want it yesterday. Lady Freedom Rocks into all the ships. See, you are indeed correct, baby. That's what I want. I want some ass, and I want it yesterday. I want to see this investigation. I want to see who was talking to who, and when were you talking to him. And because we know it was there were going to be congressmen. We know they talked to Donnie. We know that. I want to know who else they were talking to and who those other individuals are. And
Well, it's just nice to know that the committee's working on getting them phone
Indeed.
records, huh?
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, we're
Yep.
getting back into the swing of things here. I was going up the
Yeah.
wall here waiting on them to get back from recess, and now they're back, and so
Yes.
I'm glad to see that move.
And it's also nice to see Pelosi wrangling her
Indeed.
her caucus.
Yes.
Yes.
They passed the 3.5 in the House. Now that just passes it for, oh Lord, for further. It doesn't pass it as a bill. It advances it in Congress is what it does, and
they can now officially discuss it.
That's right. Now it can be open for discussion on the floor. And the fight is within the Democratic Party, the progressives versus the moderates. The progressives want to hold back on sending the 1.2 trillion for Biden's signature until they pass the 3.5 trillion human infrastructure package that they want to pass through reconciliation. The danger there is we don't know if Joe Manchin or Kristen Sinema down in Arizona are going to vote for that. And in a reconciliation, it takes 51 votes, baby. So that's we're trying to wrangle this this deal amongst our own house. We could do it if the Democrats would just come together and agree on. We could get both of them done.
John, you still can't see chat over on YouTube?
No, I can.
Can I read a?
Go ahead.
Can I read a super chat so it doesn't get lost?
Sure. Go ahead.
In the words of the air boss in Top Gun, after Maverick does the low-speed tower pass, I want some butts when it comes to January 6th.
There you go. Jeremy McDonald came in with.
That's courtesy of Jeremy McDonald.
Yep. $5. Thank you, Jeremy McDonald. Yeah, I didn't know what I thought it was another comment. I can see the donations. I can see the donations, the super chats when they come in. I can see them. And,
I'm just plugging holes in the bottom of the book.
Yeah, I appreciate it. No, what I can't see is the chat. So yeah, Bernadette or anybody else, if you see an interesting question or a comment by somebody, please feel free to
you got moderators.
interject it. Yeah, I got moderators. They can look at that kind of stuff and just pull it right out of there. Somebody moved. Let me see.
Bernadette left.
Oh, Bernadette left, and there she is, back. Yeah. If so, Velda Lee, are you in here?
Yes, I am.
How are you doing, Velda? I'm doing my usual job of screwing things up around here. What?
I have to say, I did a blunder on the last show.
Surely
I've been
not.
reading so much that day. Oh, yeah, I did. It was about the governor of Texas and his being able to take in people to wear
Texas.
masks and no, this was Kentucky, honey.
Yes,
Democrat,
it was Kentucky. You said Texas.
I'm sorry, I meant Kentucky. Anyways,
Yeah.
lower court said that the governor had right to do that for the people of the state of Kentucky. I got that twisted. The Supreme Court of Kentucky come back and said no, he doesn't.
That he cannot prevent mask mandates, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I want to get this right.
He can't issue mask mandates, right? And I messed that up so bad the other day, and I apologize.
No, that's all right. That's all right. We can't be held to account for, everything that we.
Hell, nobody else is being held to
That's
account.
right.
Why should we?
Why should we? These guys just trying to get away with insurrection. We're just worried about getting a little fat.
Hey,
We try to get it right here, baby.
I look at it this way.
Huh.
If we all did the right thing, maybe it might rub off on the people that it needs to be rubbed off on.
We try to think that. But as to quote one of our founding fathers or somebody, if men were angels, there would be no need for laws. If society operated at a perfect level, there would be no need for government. But it doesn't, and there are. Yeah, we have problems, so it is up to the legislators that we elect to get this shit done, and And we got to do a better job of that. We have to do a better job of that. And that brings to mind, let me start this off by reminding you that one of our own Blue Dots is running for office. And, there you go. Greetings from Aaron Trombley from Moorhoof, New York. And there is Aaron's new graphics. Travis got her graphics up there. That is Aaron Trombley's run for Motown Town Council. That is her Facebook account there, and that is her official Act Blue account. Now, supposedly, I just hit that button and leave it go, and it does whatever. Travis is going to tweak this. He just got this done, but he said, no, I want to do something else with it.
Isn't that the cutest little graphic?
And
let me tell you something. When you donate to Erin, she will send you one of these cute little stickers with her cute little face on it.
Ain't that neat? I like that. I see the cats.
Awesome.
I see the cats, and I see the bird. So now we know a little bit more about Erin. She has some cats, and she has a bird. And
by
she's
the way,
a
John,
Blue Dot. Yes.
I don't want to cut you off. I don't want to cut Erin off. I think everybody should go out there and donate to her campaign.
Yes.
She needs help, y'all. She needs our Blue Dot help.
It's not.
2 for Blue. This is what we do.
This is what we do. 2 for Blue.
Absolutely.
Indeed. And
but I
want to get that
I do have a Facebook update.
Okay.
We are not streaming on Facebook.
We are not.
Thanks to Lauren McGrath. She went over and checked and shouted out over here on YouTube that we are not streaming on YouTube. Maybe when our reluctant engineer comes back, he could get us hooked up.
Yeah, I'm not banking on that because I forgot when I first started the show. I said you had to pick up we had to get online and order your groceries, and they the curbside pickup at HEB.
And Aaron says the sticker, you get it with a $25 donation.
There you go, baby.
Support Aaron, man.
And that's it. It's so important. Look at that. I love the little sticker, baby. I do. And I love the artwork. I really do. That's just really classic.
I would tell you, I got one.
You got one? I'm going to get one.
I got one of those cute little stickers, man. She is adorable.
I am going to get one. And it's very important that we show the support, not only to Aaron. Right now, yes, Aaron. Go donate to Aaron. But in the future, we're going to be bringing back that 2 for Blue. Election season is going to come up. There's special elections running. And we want to be on top of it. As a matter of fact, I want to get back out in the field. I want to get more involved in my local Democratic office down here and start attending some of the events that they have. I get emails about them. And sometimes I make it, sometimes I don't. But I want to start going with my camera and microphone and all that shit and start doing more of the on-the-road type thing. Because it's important, baby. This one's big time. We have the opportunity. We have the opportunity right now to advance so many things. Like the infrastructure. Yes.
Yep.
Yes, but we have to stay behind this, and we have to retain. I'll tell you what, if we do not retain the House, Marjorie Taylor Greene she files impeachment papers every time you turn around. But if they take the House, that's going to be their first order of business will be to impeach Joe Biden. This is they're not playing around. They want to destroy as much as they can from this country.
Look, Biden has gotten over 60,000 people out of Afghanistan. That's never been done before. That's quite the accomplishment. And we don't talk enough about his accomplishments because the man is doing some amazing things with a very difficult Congress to have to deal with.
Indeed.
And one of them is getting people out of Afghanistan.
It's the largest airlift in human history.
And will continue for the next week. So we are getting, and that's something to be proud of in itself. What really pisses me off, and it's really showing up on Fox a lot, is they are taking the fact that we're going to bring some of these refugees here. They don't like that idea.
And John, Sonia C. brings up a really good point in the YouTube chat. She says a blue dot in Texas, California governor also needs to stay in place. That also factors into the Republicans' total control of Congress.
Indeed.
And she's absolutely right. This is a Republican. The only way that they can win a seat, any kind of seat, is to do it shystily.
Yeah.
And they're trying to take over California. This is Trump donors, and this is big oil money coming in here, trying to recall our governor. So, Cali voters, get out there. You should have your ballot by now. If you don't, you need to call your registrar, find out where it is. It's really easy to vote in California. There's absolutely no reason why anybody who lives in California is not voting. Okay?
Bernadette?
Because it's mailed to you. And you can mail it back in. Yes.
I got my notifications that they have received my ballot.
And there you go.
Now, how come California can do that? How come California can do that, but Texas can't?
Thing called ballot track that you can sign up for online. Not only will they tell you when you're receiving your ballot, they'll track your ballot till it gets counted, and you can follow it.
And that's the important right there. Is the citizen themselves can track that ballot. You know if your vote got.
I've got a story of 300 ballots that
yes,
have
I
been
read
tracked
that one.
down by police in Torrance, California.
Oh yeah. What's the deal on that?
Oh, they found well, go ahead, Spark. I'm gonna let you tell this one. You brought it
They
up.
found a guy passed out in his vehicle in possession of more than 300 unopened recall election vote by mail ballots. The suspect, who was not identified, was discovered by Torrance police inside a vehicle at a 7-Eleven parking lot on August 16th. As well as the ballots, officers also found Xanax pills on the subject, a loaded firearm, thousands of other pieces of mail, a scale, and multiple California driver's licenses and credit cards in other people's names. The suspect was arrested on several weapons, narcotics, and forgery charges.
Boy,
he also sounds like he's the kind of person that runs around stealing mail out of people's mailbox,
what it is.
Which is a federal crime.
Yes, he's done opened up a bag of worms. He just woke up in a world of shit is what he did. I'm glad they caught him. I'm glad they caught him
too.
But that's, again, pointing to if men were angels. We're not. We have shady characters in our society. And what's that, Ben?
I seen something interesting today on TYT.
What's up? What's up with the Young Turks?
TYT has got Alex Jones on tape calling Trump an asshole.
Huh? Really?
Oh, I've seen that.
True.
Yeah.
I haven't. I haven't seen anything.
Because now
excuse me.
He's saying, "Oh, maybe Trump is an asshole." Now it's telling everyone to get vaccinated.
He got booed for that. He got booed.
Yes,
His people turned against him when he suggested that they get vaccinated. Boo, boo. And then he immediately switched to, "But you got your freedom. I know you got your freedom." Are you shitting me, backpedaler? And then,
So I made a joke from it.
What's that?
How many assholes does it take to unscrew a light bulb?
They don't want to unscrew the light bulb. They just want to shove it up their butt because, the light will kill them. Go ahead.
Zero assholes. Take 0 assholes to unscrew a light bulb because they're too busy arguing who's going to unscrew the light bulb.
Who's going to unscrew the light bulb? Take 1,000 assholes just to pass a vote to discuss how the light bulb's going to be unscrewed. Is it going to be to the left or to the right? Righty-tighty. Well, that could be debated. Maybe they put it in backwards. It's that kind of shit.
That'd be kind of hard to put a light bulb in backwards.
Yeah.
Maybe they're trying to stick the light bulb up their asses.
Well, that's what I suggested. That's what they do. It was recommended to them.
I hear it helps with COVID.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's unless they've taken the horse and cow dewormer.
Yeah. Run down to your local feed store.
And the light bulb won't stay up there very long.
Ah, shit. While you're in there, get you one of them big old horse enemas. Stuck it up your butt. Maybe that'll cure that shit. And we ought to start.
You won't take a vaccine.
You won't take a vaccine.
That, by the way, is now FDA approved for the Pfizer.
Yes.
But she'll take a horse dewar.
Yeah. That's okay. You know, shut up and eat your hot
There was a
dog.
guy. There was a guy
Look,
over on
his own
TikTok.
after last Saturday's Klan rally, his own supporters don't believe that. First of all, that he took the vaccine. They don't believe it, even though it came out of his mouth.
Yeah.
And they're still adamant about not taking it. And yes, then there's the ivermectin thing. You know, I'm done with these people. I'm simply done. Let them take the ivermectin.
Yeah.
Let them not take the vaccine. These people are killing their own people. I heard Alex Jones say today that
I didn't know he was still
that
yakking his
Trump
mouth.
was a chump. And my reply to that was a chump calling Trump a chump.
Chump. Yeah. A chump.
Classic.
The classic.
Classic,
I know
okay?
you are, but what about
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're both. Alex Jones.
So, you know, he's lost him one Alex Jones,
Oh,
apparently, because he
daddy.
told people to
Donnie will come
get a
out and say, I
vaccine.
barely knew the guy. Yeah, he,
Yeah,
tried-
we
know, right?
he hung around and all that shit. Yeah.
Well, you know what I have to say about that, Bernadette? Alex Jones calling Trump an asshole and Alex Jones calling Trump a chump.
I still.
Now, isn't that the pot calling the kettle black?
I think every
That's
Texan
what I
ought to be
said.
allowed
a
to
chump
line up
calling Trump a chump.
at Alex Jones' house every day, and you get a free slap. I think it ought to be the law. Everybody could line up at Alex Jones' house, and every time he opens a door, tell him to shut the fuck up. And what did I say?
I just need you to shut the fuck up, 'cause nobody asked you, bitch.
Please, Alex
I need
Jones.
you to shut the fuck
He's an
up, bitch.
embarrassment
Shut the
to my
fuck up, bitch.
state.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
He's from
Shut
here.
the fuck
But
up,
he
bitch.
is an actor. He admitted that in court. He is a method actor. It's a persona that he has, so he could get out of being sued. You know.
I don't know. When your lieutenant governor blames black people for COVID, Delta variant
Yeah,
spreading,
there's my
you got
guy.
problems from the
Yeah,
top
we
down.
got big problems down here in Texas, baby. I'm telling you. With the whole kit and caboodle, the governor, the lieutenant governor, the attorney general, our senators, half of our damn congressmen down here. It's a ball of freaking wax. Brought
John,
to you by redistricting, gerrymandering. Yes, dear.
I watched a video of Miss T. Brown, and she had a really good point at the end of her video.
I
And
love
thank you,
T. Brown.
Keith. Thank you, Keith, up in Minnesota for sending me that. It was awesome.
Thank you,
She
Keith.
said
I got
black people being 14%.
Bernadette.
No, hold a minute. Black people being 14% of this country cannot possibly be 99% of the fucking problems all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
Right on.
Right on, T.
Brown.
Brown. Have tea with Miss T. You can look her up on Facebook, baby. T. Brown, and have tea with Miss T. She does her rants early in the morning
she's us.
on her way to work.
Yes.
She'll let you know what she's thinking that day.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock?
6 o'clock Central Time. I'm not. No, it's 7 o'clock Central Time.
7 Central?
She's in transport, but from
I'm having an IB at the
Central.
coffee of about that time.
she's on her way to work.
Yeah. And I'm
She's on her way to work.
I'm binding a donkey that if I creak on this floor, all of a sudden it's hee-hawing down there, and everybody else might be. So I'm running out the door trying to get okay. I'm gonna go get you some hay and some feed. She wants her stuff in the morning, so I walk lightly on this floor when I get up.
Talking about
I'm simply
TikTok,
done with
there was a
your
guy.
lieutenant governor.
Oh. Well, this isn't the first time he stuck his foot in his mouth.
Oh, I know it's not the
It's
first
a
time.
reoccurring event. Over and
In
over.
fact,
and
I'm
over.
simply done with most of the white folks in the South. Most of them.
Most of
okay?
them. Don't.
Because
yeah.
these people have actually, not all of them,
Thank you.
not all.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm not gonna put everybody in the same bubble,
Ah.
but a whole lot of them are fucked up people, and they want to fuck up this country.
And they don't.
And that's the
yeah,
simple truth, John.
It is.
It's the simple truth.
And we see it in the continuing attacks, in the planned attacks. It wasn't just a few weeks ago. The headline in the newspaper was there's an uptick in chatter about the upcoming revolution. That shit is being propagated still by congressmen, by senators, by governors. This is bullshit. And we have to get a handle. I don't know. You know,
They're closeted racists minus the closet.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Trump has made it. Did I just say Trump? I meant fuck Trump.
Fuck
Trump has made it totally possible for these people to express themselves in public again.
He allowed them to crawl out from underneath their rocks. He encouraged them.
I got news
good
for
people
all
on both
of them.
sides.
We ain't going back.
You ain't going back where? Where are you going back to?
Shackles and chains and slavery and all the
I thought
rest
you meant
of that.
back to
shit.
Sacramento or.
We ain't going back.
You ain't going nowhere, baby. You ain't going nowhere.
I'm not my ancestors.
Yeah,
I'm not those people.
And this isn't
So
this
try
isn't
me.
17 whatever. It's not.
Nope.
That is the that is, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. Everything that we've seen ever since Obama was elected the first time, when we saw the birth of the Tea Party come out, the racist assholes, the original Jim Jordan group, all them, the Freedom Caucus came out of that in Congress. This was born out of the hatred that there was a black man in the White House. That is where this allowed them to start coming back out of their cave, because we had chased them for many years. That you better keep that shit under the rug if you think that way. That's not socially acceptable, and we're not going to put up with that shit. Well, here come the rise of the Tea Party, and we all saw the signs out there that they were carrying, having Obama like a witch doctor or some shit. He brought them health care, and they hate him for it.
Hey, John, I got some news from Kansas.
What's up in Kansas, Ben?
Roger Marshall has took it upon himself to threaten our governor that if she does not have the mask mandates removed from all schools immediately, that we will lose all federal funding next year.
That you'll lose federal funding if they don't lift the mask mandate?
In schools.
Right now, is there a mask mandate in the schools? That they have to wear a
statewide.
mask? That they have to wear a mask, right?
Who is this Roger Marshall dude?
Yeah, because you're tossing in the words federal funding, and I don't think the federal government is going to withhold funds from any school that has
No, he's
mask.
talking about the state's going to lose federal funding next year. If he's going to, he told Laura Kelly, I will take federal funding away from Kansas if you do not remove the mask mandate from schools.
Yeah, let's go to court.
And who is this guy?
He's the
How
governor.
does he have the power to do
He's
this?
one of the senators involved with the insurrection.
He's a senator, a U.S. senator.
He's a U.S. senator,
Yeah.
Ben? What's
Yep.
his name?
Roger Marshall.
Roger Marshall.
Currently, he doesn't have the power to do that. I guess
Yeah.
he's assuming that he will.
Again, I think it's just another scare tactic, just like Ron DeSantis
Look.
down there.
Biden already said that anybody who loses their pay
Yes.
over these masks and the protocols that the governors or whomever is trying to put in place, he will order the Department of Education to pay them fully.
Yes.
Fully.
And that's federal funding. So,
And
I
that's
think that,
federal funding.
I think that
And they can't
squarely puts
stop
where the
that.
federal government is on that issue. If anybody tries to take
Yep.
away funding, the federal government will step in and replace that money. And that's, Ron, we've been talking about it here for a while. We see it in the chat all the time. If I could see the chat. Ron DeSantis and Greg Abbott are going to pay a price because it's not going to work. You cannot bar a school district from implementing a mandate for masks if they feel that the current situation mandates that. The governor doesn't know squat, all right, about a school district in Houston or a school district in Dallas. He doesn't know if the Delta is on the rise.
Several districts in Texas, and Paula brings this up in the chat and YouTube, that have made a mask part of the dress code to
Yes.
come to school.
Yes.
Now they regulate everything else about kids going to school, which is also a form of control. So yeah, they can regulate that kids wear a mask is part of the dress code.
Part of the dress
and that's
code.
one way to get around these fucking covidiots.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a way. But I believe the court, and they've taken them to court, and the courts have upheld the school districts, telling the governor, you can't do this. You can't come in here and tell them they can't mandate a mask if it's required by the medical professionals around the area. You know, it's a fight against their own health. I mean, the ignorance of all this, whether it be in Florida or Texas or any place else, it is beyond me. How can you be so stupid? And it's transferred over to the public because we see it in these school meetings where parents are going ape shit because little Billy has to put on a mask. What
Speaking
kind
of mask mandates,
Yes, go ahead, Spark.
Oregon Governor Kate Brown on Tuesday announced a new statewide outdoor mask mandate requiring people to wear a mask in most outdoor settings, regardless of vaccination status.
That's where we're headed because the
Starting Friday, Oregonians will be required to wear masks outdoors when physically distancing is not possible.
Right. It's going to happen. Because if we don't get this variant under control, there's going to be another one. That's what we have to worry about most. Yeah. And we're headed in the bad. If they continue, these people continue in areas like Alabama that are not getting vaccinated, and they're proud of that shit, and Bubba's not going to get the jab, well, that creates that pool of people where the Delta variant can mutate into the next one and the next one, and it continues to get stronger. And if it continues,
I got around the mask mandate. I got around it. We have the mask mandate. I got around that shit.
Yeah.
Also,
I heard a story about Alabama.
My grandson home, and he will be homeschooled this year. And so y'all kiss my ass with this bullshit. His whole entire school is 12 and under.
It's what
now
I did.
the teachers and the staff are either you have to have a vaccine or you get tested every day, and masks are required in school by everybody. Dominic doesn't want to go to school. The boy's smart. This is what he told me. I asked him, don't you want to go and see your friends and hang out with your friends and have some socialization? Because isn't that what this is all about? He said, me. My health is far more important than my entertainment.
That's how come we're banking on Dominic to change the future, because he's a smart kid. He's a smart kid. Yeah, his health is more important than that. You know, why would any of us put our children, and by the way, from somebody who did homeschool, it's not a bad deal.
No, it's not a bad deal.
It is.
He had his best year last year when he was home. And here's the thing, John. You know, we're forcing all the. My sister's a teacher over in the Las Vegas school district, which is one of the biggest school districts in the country. Okay, she called me today from her classroom, telling me another teacher has come down with COVID in her school. This has been daily since they opened 2 weeks ago. Okay, she herself
all across the country
got
is doing the same thing.
And got kicked off campus because she was exposed. She had to be cleared to get back on campus. Okay?
Yeah.
She called me today. She was rather upset. And I told her, sister, you got to do whatever it takes to protect yourself, because there is nobody else out there that's going to protect you.
No. Got to do it herself.
Do whatever is necessary to protect yourself. And she's in a high school where the kids actually have the opportunity to get the vaccine.
Right.
And the majority of them haven't because of their parents or whatever the reason is, because it just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, we're watching people die. We're watching people die.
Well, now that it's been FDA approved, I'm waiting to see just how many places start mandating. because the other vaccines are mandated in schools.
I got an Alabama story I heard, John.
What's that, Spark?
You know how they love their football in
Oh, they
Alabama?
love football. Oh, I know what you're going to say.
You won't be able to go to the game at the University of Alabama without a vaccination card.
What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Hey, speaking of
John?
yes.
I got a YouTuber, Gary Atkins, who's saying the John Lewis law passed the House. I'm
John
gonna go
Lewis,
check on that.
Go check on that.
Hey, what?
Passed for discussion.
It passed for discussion.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. At least
Okay.
it passed. For,
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
That's movement. That's
it's
good.
movement. Yeah,
Um,
it's not what we want, but it's movement.
One thing I do know is that they took out the what is it called when the police have all the rights to kill you and you have no recourse behind that shit, even if you was in the right.
Qualified immunity.
Qualified
There
immunity.
you go.
I believe they did take that out so that this could pass, and it does weaken that bill
Yes.
to have that taken out.
Yes. Yeah, because they need to do away with that qualified immunity.
Yeah.
No. Your
Yes,
job
you do.
doesn't. Your job doesn't. You know, like, why wouldn't a crane operator want qualified immunity in case he just accidentally drops the boom on a whole bunch of working guys? Well, I want qualified
Right.
immunity because I'm just no. It doesn't work that way.
Qualified immunity is basically James Bond's, license to kill.
Yeah. You got get away with anything. It was in the course of my duties. Hey, Spark, talking about Georgia, what did you just say about Georgia?
I was talking about Alabama.
Alabama, I'm sorry, Alabama, that's right, football. Which brought up the thought in my mind of football, because, it's football season. And football's in the news. You know why? It's in the news in Georgia. Does anybody know why football would be news in Georgia right now? And it has nothing to do with the current football team. It has something to do with an old football team.
Herschel Walker's running for Senate.
That's right. Herschel
Yes,
Walker
yes,
has filed in the
yes.
state as a Republican now. As a
Oh
Republican.
yeah, he's a big Trumper.
He's a big Trumper, and Donnie supports him 100%, baby. So Herschel Walker's probably going to be. He'll probably take the primary. He's got name recognition. That's where he played college. He played college ball there. So, he stands a damn good chance at taking the Republican nomination, and he would be up against Reverend Warnock for that seat. So,
It's a very cynical move on the Republicans' part, in which they think the only reason that Warnock got elected is because he's black, and they figure they're going to run their own black candidate. It's total cynicism. I'm disgusted
You
by
know
it.
what I have to say about Herschel Walker?
Too many concussions?
yeah,
No. Let his past violent record
yeah,
come out.
yeah. Let his domestic abuse charges get in the news. Let's see how much he stands up to that shit. Yeah, Herschel Walker does not have a squeaky clean record, baby.
Is he one of Trump's African Americans, and does Trump really think that he can run an African American, and that's good? Look,
That's
they
what I'm
didn't
saying.
like
It's just total
Hey, it works.
cynicism.
Ask Herman Cain.
elected, okay?
Ask Herman Cain.
You can't.
Oh, that's right. You can't.
You can't.
Everybody can be bought. Tony Boyd, are you in the room?
Yeah, your cook's in the room.
Outstanding, brother. How's everything cooking?
Yeah.
Hey, it's cooking cool. It's hot like it's everywhere else.
Oh, there you go.
It's about 93 degrees here. But
Ain't it
that's-
always hot in the kitchen?
No, that's. I put some more pictures on,
I'll have to check
so you
them
might
out.
want to take a gander at them,
I'll have
especially
to
you,
check
Burnett.
them out.
Thank you for your comments too, Burnett. I appreciate that.
Dude, let me tell you something. I was looking at the pictures. I was like, he got some skills going on here.
Oh, he's
Got
got something in the
Thank
game, does he?
Oh no. The man can
Thank
cook, okay? And he takes some real nice pictures.
I have
He
not
makes
been
some
over there.
plates.
I'm going to have to go check it
I
out.
ain't mad at him. he's eating well in the neighborhood. Okay,
Outstanding.
but then
Then?
he posts a
Uh-oh.
peach cobbler,
Oh,
and I was like,
no,
well,
he
hot
didn't.
damn, that shit pissed me off. I'm drooling, I'm looking and spitting all over my damn phone
man.
and shit.
I
And
don't
I'm
wanna
like,
go
no,
look
you
now.
didn't really screw it up now, dude. I'll be there in 20 minutes, okay?
All right.
You know, Travis and
All right. Thank you.
Travis
He
and the,
lives closer to me, Bernadette. I
Oh,
can get to it
get there
faster than you
faster.
can.
Look, I have to tell you, Tony, I haven't had peach cobbler since my mama died, and she died
Oh,
in 2001. It's been 20 years.
that's too long, darling.
Okay?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I told my
Wow.
son, next time you go to the store, I need me 2 cans of some peaches. Okay.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
yeah, I'm getting that. I'm getting that on.
Outstanding.
All right.
You know what I've been doing lately? As
Yeah.
far as food items, or you
No.
know, snack items, I will say, not food items. You know, I just told you the kids just came back from Florida, their trip to Orlando down there, and they went to Cape Canaveral and all that other stuff. But one of the little things that my kids, where it came from, I don't know. Their big dream is to go to Japan one day. They want to go to Japan. All of them, this whole group of kids, they want to save up their money and go to Japan. Anyway, anytime they get around an Asian market, they go in. They go into the Asian market, and they buy snacks. And you can tell by pictures on you know, basically what it is. You know, but they come back, even on this trip, they found a really good one in Orlando. They went there, and they were buying all sorts of snacks, all Chinese or Japanese, and you know, it's also in English. You can figure out what it is, but it's cute the way they write them and stuff. Anyway, it's so yeah, it's go ahead, test it. This is great, Dad. What is it? It's I don't know. Here, it's good. It's like, you know, okay, yeah, right. 2 out of 3 times. It's that one time I don't, you know. Oh Lord, what the hell is that? And it sticks in your mouth. Anyway, that's what I've been eating. They did bring back one. It's the Chinese version of moon pie. And who don't like a good who don't like a good moon pie?
Okay.
There you go. So as soon as I opened the
But-
package, I just
but,
said that's a moon pie.
Miss Linda wants to ask Mr. Tony if he's married.
Well, answer the question there,
No,
Tony.
I'm not married.
There you go,
She
Miss
knows
Linda.
it.
No, I'm not married.
You know, we're having a Blue Dot meetup in San Antonio, right? Tony,
Yes.
and Miss Linda's coming.
Yes, I know.
Okay. I
Well,
think
I'm not. No, I haven't
we're
been
probably
going to
be starving down there. Probably no place good to eat
Oh,
at
you're
all.
not married. I thought you had the
No, I'm
hookup
not.
going on. Oh, what,
No,
Bernadette?
Paulette, we've been.
get in
No,
line.
now, wait a minute.
Put yourself on the market, brother.
I was married for 11 years to a woman that I call a Swedish witch, okay? And she about drove me crazy. It was really bad, really bad. And I had to divorce her because I was having nightmares about getting rid of her, you know, and that's not good.
That's not good.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's not
So-
good.
No.
Right.
You did the right move, brother.
Right. So I divorced her over 35 years ago, and I used to work nights when I worked for Eli Lilly Company, and she would have parties when I was at work, and I'd
Yeah.
call home, and all these people would be there, and I kept asking her, "Why are you having parties?" "Well, my friends are afraid of you." I said, "I've never even met your friends."
Yeah.
And this went on for a while, and it was, I admit, it was driving me kind of loony, you know.
Yeah, I guess so.
And I decided I got to get out of this, you know, and I did. I got out, and it took us a year to get a divorce because she wouldn't sign the papers, and she called me like that following year talking about, well, what if I don't sign the papers? I said, well, I'm gonna tell you right now, me and my lawyer talked, and we're gonna get divorced. That's
Yeah,
all
you're
it's
gonna
to
get
it.
the
I mean,
divorce.
she was a beautiful woman, but she had that mean streak in her, you know what I'm saying? And I don't like that.
Beauty is a
And-
facade, my
And
friend.
yeah,
You know,
she would
it's
accuse
nice to
me
look
of
at it, but
all
it doesn't
kinds
tell
of.
you what's inside.
She
Tony,
would accuse me of all kinds of extramarital stuff that I was not doing because I didn't believe in it. And I would come home, and on my days off, I would take care of my 2 oldest kids. I mean, cook for them, eat for them, everything. And it's pretty
There you
bad
go.
when you know that your wife's not very good to you when the kids wouldn't eat her cooking. See,
oh
they
damn.
would eat my
Well,
cooking.
I want Dad to cook.
Tony, I
Yeah.
told Miss Libs, Miss Linda, I told Miss Linda, I called Dibs.
I was fixing to say, Bernadette's not married either, buddy. I'm telling you, you put yourself on the market. So, about
And I
this San
love
Antonio
food,
hookup,
okay?
Tony,
Thank you.
I think you need to come down,
Well,
brother.
I learned a lot because when I was working, I made really good money, okay? But she would take my paycheck and give me $25 a week allowance. That was it.
Ooh,
And
that
then I
sounds
found
like
out
something
when
my mama did.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, well, when I found out when I got the divorce, she wasn't paying the bills, so I had to end up filing bankruptcy and paying everything. When I got out of that,
Yeah.
I made up my mind. I said, the only person that ever has control of my money from the rest of my life is me, and I know where all my money on. I'm doing great nowadays,
Yeah.
you know. And I just couldn't handle it, guys. I'm sorry. I mean, I live better by
I hear you.
myself, you know. And I know
Well,
where money's
There's
going.
so
My
many
bills
women
always
out there
paid.
that
and
is
everything.
like that. So many women out there that are like that. It just drives us crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? She wanted my pension and everything, and I told her, I said, nope, you won't get it. I said, I'll quit this high-paying job
Yeah.
and go work at McDonald's.
Yeah, I'll go flip
Okay.
burgers. How about that?
It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Ain't gonna happen.
well. I'm glad things have. Yeah, and I assume they have worked out. Well for you. Since.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
There you go.
I'm doing fine.
Well, then you
I
made
mean,
the
I'm
right
doing
move.
fine.
BW in the chat. She said, "Hey Tony, I'd just be happy if you cooked for me." She's not looking for marriage,
Oh, I don't
and,
mind.
and neither
cooking.
am I.
I'm-
And neither am I.
Yeah.
I'll buy, you fry.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
cool.
buy you fry. I'll eat. There you go.
All
Yeah,
right.
Tony, you're getting a lot of
I can
offers
do
tonight,
that.
brother. I'm telling you.
I have no problem with that whatsoever, you know.
Yeah,
But
I
I'm
hear you.
happy. That's the main.
I'm lucky. The one
Yeah.
I got is still allows me to come in the house.
I mean, yeah, I appreciate everybody that's married and happy, but I'm happy with myself.
And that's what-
everything, okay?
and-
There you go.
Yeah,
There
and
you
that's
go.
what we've told our kids. Don't be rushing it, because there is somebody that they grew up. One of the kids who didn't make the cut, let's say, in the group that continues on right now. There was a group. There's one in this group that took a different path. You know, he's older now, and you can't find him anywhere without packing iron on his hip. You know, he's a trumper and all that shit. So he was cut from the herd, and they don't. But well, shit. Where was I going with
Well, John, if a person is that afraid to
bad.
go outside the house without taking a gun,
Yeah.
you should stay home.
You know,
That's all it's to that.
I saw him
mean,
one time
you
out
go.
washing his car, and he had his gun. Really? What are you expecting? Are you expecting something here while you're washing your car, or something right here in your own freaking driveway? It's one of those. You know, he took the dark path, and now, that's where I was going. He is married. I believe he has 4 kids now, and it's either 3 or 4. I know he has 3. It might be 4 now, and it's a situation. He's bit off more than he can chew. But now, and if he listens, and occasionally he does, you're getting them Biden bucks, baby. You got a child tax credit if you got 3 or 4 kids, and that's bringing money into that house. Thanks to the Democratic Party, not Donnie. Donnie gave a tax cut to the wealthy. Joe Biden put it to where these people with kids and families have the money that they need to survive and everything, and lift them up. Trump didn't do that for them. Biden did that for them, but yet they hang on to Trump like he's still their god. You know, the disgusting shit that
he
man
is.
has put this country through, and they still hang on to him. You know, it's the fuck Biden sign is still out. Like, it bothers me. It doesn't. I'm used to it now. It just makes everybody else that comes down the road going, look, oh, there's a dick, ain't it?
John, they can't understand we don't worship Biden.
No.
He's our president.
No, he's our
we
president.
support him.
Yes.
We can criticize
Exactly.
things. We
Yes.
disagree with him.
Exactly.
Yes.
He's not our God emperor, and that's what
No.
they think.
That's what they made out of him. They made an emperor out of him.
Exactly.
And they would be all more than willing to have an autocratic society where he would be the Putin of America, and Donnie would assign who's going to be the oligarchs, and the rest of us just shut your mouth and drink your vodka. That they're willing to take that road, because freedom. It's the ignorance of it.
I'll say this.
Beyond me.
I'll say this.
What?
I'll say this. I watched the program just the other night about the guy that's on the Comedy Channel, the Lepler, whatever his name is. He goes out and talks to Trump people.
Oh yes.
And he asked
yes.
that one lady. He says about would she take the vaccine? Well, no, I don't take that because that'll be socialism and all this. You know what I said to myself? I said, well, you'll go to Walmart.
Yeah.
Think about it. If it wasn't for us doing this, you wouldn't have Walmart. None of that stuff.
None of that.
It's talking about taking your freedom away. It's not taking their freedom away. It's trying to save your
nobody's
butts.
freedom is getting taken away anywhere, and that's what the Republicans are selling en masse. You're losing your freedoms, your liberties, because they want to throw those patriotic words out there because that scares them, because that's all they cling to. Their bumper stickers, their flag bumper sticker there. We support the troop bumper sticker. I'm a Christian bumper sticker. They got to have all the right bumper stickers, or you ain't getting into heaven. That's all where it is. Look it up in fucking Leviticus. It's there. Anyway.
Exactly.
They sell that as a product. They sell it as a product, and they buy it, but they don't live the ideals of what those words mean. Liberty and freedom. The way we get that as a society is we banded together and we decided we got to stand together for the greater good of all. It's not your personal freedom that is on the line here. What's on the line is America's freedom to live, and you don't have the right to go walking around spewing your nasty ass germs and killing people, yelling freedom and liberty. It's a moronic stand, and the Republicans will eventually pay a high price for this, just like DeSantis and Greg Abbott in Texas. They're going to pay a price for their ignorance and their apathetic attitude towards people dying. They don't give a shit as long as they get their political message out. Anyway,
can I ask a question?
Sure.
Do y'all know about what the deal? I didn't watch it. The deal with the doctors. I think it was day before yesterday that walked out
in Florida.
What was the deal on that? Did anybody see that? Yeah.
The doctors down in Florida.
Out. It was in Florida.
I didn't get news coverage.
Yes. They're exhausted.
Okay.
They're exhausted.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah.
Don't blame them.
They're simply tired.
I'd be exhausted too.
I was reading an article of our local hospital, local 70 miles away. It's the one I would go to if I had to. Our doctors are overworked. The nurses are stressed out. The staffing is short. We are 100% full of COVID patients, all of them unvaccinated. The doctors are tired. They're tired. They've been doing this for the last 18, 20 months.
Yeah.
They're tired. They're only human too. And they're watching people die. And if you don't think to sit up and watching a person die who can't breathe, it wears on your psyche after a while.
Yes. And that's what's pitiful. I saw an interview with an ICU nurse who lost count of the patients that she's lost, and how she tries to hold their hand and comfort them as they go, holding a cell phone up for their family to FaceTime one last time or some shit. Those acts, those took a personal toll on a person's soul. I mean, you can only ask them to keep doing so much. When the people that keep coming through the door, there was an option. There was an option to get vaccinated, and you refuse to do it. And you're not only putting your own life in danger, you're putting that nurse's life in danger. And then they have to worry about going home to their family. What about their kids and their husbands and their wives? It puts everybody in danger. And it's an approved drug.
And you have a
Mandatory,
lot
baby.
of people that are working in these hospitals that also refuse to get vaccinated.
Yeah.
This just doesn't make fucking sense.
No.
I really thought America was smarter than this. Yeah, I was wrong.
We thought so.
I was wrong.
But we are.
No,
this is,
John, obviously we're not.
we have allowed a madman to come into our house and put such a divide in this nation. We could call it a political divide, but it's not. It's a demographic challenge. He has convinced a portion of this country, and who idolize his ass, that it is the evil Democrats and socialists that are trying to, and he is trying to work them into a frenzy. That is what is bringing us everything from the COVID.
I thought we were smarter than this.
Yes.
But the last election, the one prior to 2020, 2016, proved me wrong. We're not smarter. We elected a fucking idiot for president.
We did indeed. We did indeed. But we overcame that in 2018 and 2020. And we're getting more every day with more stories that come out in the news. More people are paying attention. Right now it's Afghanistan because it's the crisis du jour, getting out of Afghanistan. It's all you see in the
Biden
news right now. It's going to be the big story. They're going to try to crucify him for that. But life is going to continue on. And like so many other things in the past.
But wait a minute, John. They want to crucify Biden for Afghanistan. Yet these fuckers who are out here doing the crucifying has paid for this fucking war ever since it started.
They have profited off of this war. They have benefited from this war, and they continue to try to benefit with the aftermath of this war. It was their guy. It was Donnie the Dick that negotiated getting out of Afghanistan. Pompeo himself negotiated America's surrender with the Taliban himself, and we were supposed to be out in May.
And it was Trump's dumb ass that let all the Al-Qaeda that was stuck in prisons
out
free.
It was Trump that made that deal that released those prisoners out of Afghan prisons. And guess who the head Taliban is now? The guy that was in prison. I can't say his name. Anyway, let me pause a minute while I catch up. Because Karen Van Wyck came in with $5 and said, yes, it is your right not to wear a mask or get the shot. It is also the other person's right not to be infected by your parasites. Indeed, Karen, thank you very much. And Sheila Y. Loves Sunsets came in with $5 through Super Chat. Thank you very much, Sheila. And I indeed love sunsets myself, baby. Actually, I like it my perfect part of the day. It's when I go to bed, when I go to sleep. That's my favorite part of the day, when I don't have to think about shit. Because my mind's running all the time nowadays. It does. I sit up there at night before I go to bed, usually thinking about something I should have said or want to say or something that's bothering me.
Hey.
Go ahead.
I got an idea, John.
What's that, Ben?
Maybe it's time for us to take to the streets with our mask on and our pitchforks and go after the anti-vaxxers and say, hey, get vaccinated or we're coming after you.
I don't know about the pitchforks, Ben, but I'm open for a dart gun.
Good. I'm good.
I'm all good.
Because the pitchfork puts you way too close to COVIDiots, and I'm good with that.
This is the distance, baby. This is 6 feet.
No, I say let them burn their shit out. Once they're gone, the rest of us will be vaccinated, and then the world will be a better place. We
have to make sure we're all vaccinated. But basically, you're right. They're killing their own voters. If you come in, I don't have any statistic to prove it. It's one of those things is true, but you just can't prove it. Ain't that what Bill Maher says or something? Things are true, but you just can't prove it. If you're coming into the hospital unvaccinated, I don't give a shit what excuse you're giving. You're a Trumper in my book. That's why you didn't get the vaccination. I'd say a good 90% of them are just they're Republicans, and we don't want to get the shot because all my Republican buddies will find out about it. And, that's You're right. They're cutting down their own people, their own vote. And eventually you think that they are going to wise up. If enough of their buddies start dropping like flies, eventually Bubba's going to go, oh, shit, it's on my block. I'm going to sneak off and nobody knows, sneak into CVS and get the jab. You know?
They're not going to wise up. They still think Trump's going to come back as president. Now it's after the first of the year.
That is true. That is true. That is true. They think he's coming back. January 1st, I understand now. It's as good as any other day. I don't know. I can just imagine every day Donnie walking out to the mailbox to go check the mail to see if he got that letter, your reinstatement date. He keeps looking for it ever since he went back home. I can just imagine come out in his robe out there and his slippers out there looking in the mailbox and just walking off all frowny. I didn't get it again today. He's a total dick. Anyway, Keith Beal, who also has a wonderful wife named Kathy, came in with a $10 super chat donation. Keith, Kathy, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah. What are we going to do, baby? What are we going to do? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get as many people as I possibly can to vote, because that's the key to all of this. If we don't get the people out to vote, if we took 2018 and 2020 and then just we did the job, walk away, no, we're going to lose that shit. Anyway, Ed, are you in the room?
Loud and clear.
Outstanding, brother. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How's everybody tonight?
Oh, we're doing just fine. Doing just fine.
I didn't know if you all heard this, but the police officer that shot Ashley Babbitt was exonerated because he was doing his job, and apparently what she was doing was trespassing on federal property.
Go figure.
And what the officer was doing was justifiable.
Yes.
I mean, I agree.
That's the Capitol Police
investigation.
Internal
And now,
investigation cleared the officer.
Abbott's family thinking it was manslaughter. It was homicide. No, just you were obeyed by the cult of Trump to say go down to the Capitol and stop the steal and hang Mike Pence.
Let her family take the government to court, because I don't think they got a leg to stand on. I don't think they have anything to stand on. The video itself, she is going through a broken window.
Yeah, and I saw the thing on Frontline.
Through a barricaded door where there are agents on the other side pointing guns at you. You did it yourself, baby. I'm sorry. You're not a martyr for anything.
And with the gun pointing, she tried to go through the goddamn window.
Yes.
Dummy.
It doesn't.
Why did you shoot her? Because they were yelling, hang Mike Pence. Where are you, Nancy? They wanted to kill somebody. It was the officer's responsibility and duty to take that shot.
It was justified.
If I had been there, I would have done the same thing. I'm sorry. This is the last thing. We put a barricade up here. You cannot come in here. You cannot come in this room. Oh, I'm coming in the room. No, you're not. I'm going to shoot your ass. Well, I'm going to come in the room. Boom. What are you going to do? It's that simple. I'm sorry for the loss for her family. They lost their daughter. They lost their sister. They lost that. I'm sorry for that. She was stupid, and she broke her oath. She worshipped a man more than the oath that she took to the Constitution. So that's the reason I don't cut her. No freaking, well, she's a veteran, John. I don't give a shit. She violated her oath.
And she mounted an insurrection.
There you go. I'm sorry for your loss, but she should have been smarter than that. And I want to thank Catman56, my buddy Keith, who came in with $1 and said there are laws. You can't just spit on someone. It's called assault. Forced breath on someone not wearing a mask should be called an assault. Is it not? If you're all diseased up, got germs spitting out your mouth, and you walk up to me, and you see some of these Karens and whatever, trying to do exactly that, I'd be slapping somebody. You know, if you come up in my face trying to intentionally cough or sneeze on me, oh no, I'm going to punch you right square in the nose, right square between the eyes, and break that. Anyway, yes, sir.
But if we go back to Herschel Walker, it's just
Yes.
should they realize that his families, that his parents, his family, his grandparents, his great-grandparents went through the original Black Lives Matter movement, civil rights movement, to fight to end desegregation, and to have the right to vote. He didn't even see that. He does not see that realizing all that his family had to go through insults, abuse.
It makes you
to be
wonder.
integrated.
I think he took too many hits. You know, your brain.
I don't
ain't
think he'll
working right.
stand a chance against Warnock. I don't think he'll stand a chance with Warnock.
I think Warnock's pretty solid, but Herschel Walker's got a big name. You know, and a lot of people that Herschel Walker. I know him.
He also has a very
We have to worry
violent
about that.
history. Let it come out.
Yes, that's exactly what Bernadette keeps reminding, because he's got a history of domestic violence. So, which he will probably try to blame on well, too many hits that they had. Yeah, if that's the case, and you have too many hits they had, you can't
If
serve.
that's the case, he's not qualified to serve.
You're not qualified to serve. Jeremy, are you in here?
I am, John.
Oh, there you go. How you doing?
I'm good. And first off, Ashley Bobbitt got what she came for.
Yes.
End of story. Done.
Yes.
Yep.
Second of all, I was hearing Dr. Fauci on the NBC circuit last night talking about COVID with different people, and they all asked him, when do you think this wave will break, and when can we come out of this? And he said March. But the one word he kept saying, which no one clued in on, was if.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to be nice about it, saying, hey, if we do this, if we do that. It's not going to fucking happen. Even though it's been mandated, even if they do mandates, and even though it's been approved, a lot of these places are now doing religious exemptions. You know these people who didn't want the shot are going to switch to it's against my religion and some bullshit like that. So till these fuckers die off, this does not end. It keeps going endlessly.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
But unfortunately, we still have to fight as hard as we can to prevent that from happening, because, like I said, if they continue to let it go, it's going to mutate to a point where we have one that is that the
John,
vaccine is not good enough.
Let me tell you something about this virus. It mutates all the time.
All the time.
It has mutated so many times you can't count them.
That's
It's
how come we
only
got
if
Delta.
mutation takes hold, like Delta has, that it becomes rampant.
And
well, Delta found its way into the stupidity of America.
Let the Delta variant mutate 2 more times, and you're going to have another one that is going to just be devastating, whether or not you have the shot, and we're going to have to be in a panic to come up with to fight that. It's the part that they don't understand. It's their. That's what I mean. The demonic demon that is Trump, who came into this house, has convinced these people that that he's worth dying for, and they're not going to give it up. They're not going to get the jab, the Biden jab. They booed Trump at his own rally for suggesting that they do.
And they don't believe that he took the virus.
Yeah,
he took the vaccine.
Yeah, they think he
That's
just
how
defeated it with the light
people
bulb.
are.
Yeah, yeah. And he openly admits he took the vaccine, and they think he's lying about it. Yes. Oh, they're just making him say that. No.
Hydroxychloroquine, and let them go ahead.
Whatever it is,
Just,
the animal.
they need to be denied access to the hospital. You can't come in here unless you have a vaccine.
There you go.
Patient or otherwise.
Let the open market make that correction. And that's what businesses should do. You're not vaccinated, you're not coming in. You're not shopping here, you're not eating here. Go call DoorDash.
After all,
they'll drop it off at your porch.
For-profit businesses, right?
That's it. Let the free market guide that. And then you'll be able to recognize what Republican establishments you don't want to go into. Oh, look at here.
Look,
Bubba's Cheeseburgers doesn't require a mask. Get your ass over there.
When they the FDA okays Moderna and Johnson and Johnson, and they will.
Yeah.
Okay, we will have 3 vaccines fully supported by the FDA
That you can get anywhere for
the
free.
insurance companies at that point are going to say, go into the hospital and without a vaccine, and we're not paying that bill.
You're going to be responsible for the hospital bill.
That's right.
Let the free market do its thing. Let the capitalistic system work.
They keep shouting.
That's what they want. Let that do.
They don't want
They would not
socialized
survive.
medicine.
No, because there's money in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what's killing me right now, and I'm glad you brought it up, put it in my mind right there. There's a commercial running on TV. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but every time I see it, it just pisses me off because it's a nice lady, middle-aged maybe, woman who has a medicine. She's got a problem and she needs this medicine, and she's afraid that the government taking over prescription drug by this, they call it negotiating. Well, then that'll mean the government will decide what medicines I take, and we can't let that happen. Real sympathetic. The only thing missing is violins in the background talking about how crucial it is to deny this overtake of the health care. Are you shitting me? What it is big pharma coming out trying to convince you, don't go with this deal here because, the government's going to decide what pills you take. No, your doctor's going to decide what pills you take. The government's trying to help you figure out how much you're going to pay for the shit. But that is a big pharma commercial that's playing right now. And it just pisses me off because that's what they're trying to fight, the 3.5 or the
$1 trillion.
Yeah. Human infrastructure, which includes the government being able to negotiate drug prices. And all you have to do is go look at how much America pays for drugs in this country and anywhere else.
They're not only stubborn, but they're skeptic.
Yes.
Let's not forget it was Big Pharma that, had the whole Oxycontin bullshit running high in this country.
Yep.
Killing people left and right.
Tossing around like Fruit Loops, man.
And
Everybody
they got
gets
a
some.
slap on the hand.
Yep. Yeah, the fine they paid was nothing
that's the
compared.
Sadler family.
Yeah, the Sadlers. And they're still trying to protect as much money as they possibly can.
That money is out of this country long time
Yeah,
ago.
it's gone because they had laws that allowed them to do it.
Yeah, and
Isn't it sad that the same people who fought against universal health coverage and screamed about death panels are creating the fucking COVID?
Isn't it ironic?
You know what? One place we need to lay blame at is all these social media companies, Facebook, Twitter, and the like, that allow for this bullshit and these lies to continue to spread. Because trust me, they could stop this shit. Cat's out of the bag now. They can't stop it now, but they could have.
They could have. They could have done a lot better.
Bernadette, I agree with you. They got Parler, they got Telegraph, these right-wing.
They got gear.
Social
They got freaking commercials from Russia running during the 2016. Their hands are not clean.
Hey, John, what Bernadette just said, I think that deserves a gong.
Say it again, Bernadette, because my mind was
that the social media companies need to be held responsible. They could have stopped all this bullshit, but they didn't.
They didn't, and it's to their benefit not to, because they make more than ad revenue, because that's what it's all about, ad revenue.
I think Bernadette deserves a gong for that.
I did. I gave her one. What you didn't listen? Did you not hear that, Ben?
No, I didn't. Sorry.
Okay. Well, let me give another one, because Mega Wit Willie came in with $5 and said, besides insurance and big pharma, COVID is great for business if you run a funeral home. It's funny you should say that, because I saw a guy that
he's right about that.
It was in the news because the fact that he makes coffins. He owns a coffin making company, and his business is booming. And he will not take the vaccine. That was the story. You know, the guy that's making millions on coffins still refuses to take the vaccine. Really? You're producing that many coffins. You know what goes in a coffin. The dead bodies go in a coffin. And you see how many you're producing, and you can't keep up with the demand. Maybe there's something going around, you know? You might ought to ponder that, but that was the story. The old boy just said, I ain't getting the jab. I think I'm strong enough it wouldn't be nothing but a cold. Are you shitting me? You know how many dead people said the same thing? I'm just saying.
Some say they came to the hospital for pneumonia. End quote.
Yeah, and then they gave me COVID. Yeah, I know people that think that it's the government out there giving people the COVID. It's a big. Yeah. Are you shitting me? You can't fix stupid. The only thing that fixes stupid is COVID. COVID fixes stupid permanently. You know, and that's what we're seeing. Stupid people coming in, and if you see them, it's always, well, I'm not anti-vax. I was gonna do it, or I was waiting to make sure that it was safe. And this one lady the other day, she's saying that now. She's saying, I ain't got the jab because I don't think it's safe. Well, it's almost FDA approved. How long do you think they should test it? About 5 years. Really? In the middle of a pandemic, we should wait 5 years. You go ahead and wait the 5 years. I'm taking it now. Anyway.
Hey, John, before I head out tonight.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Tom. Go ahead, Tony.
I was just going to say, what y'all just said is very true about the funeral homes and everything. Mm-hmm. But you know what's really so ironic about this? They're so worried about a vaccine that's trying to save their lives, but they'll go out and buy that bottle of booze, right?
Oh, yeah.
With no problem.
Not a problem.
They'll take those drugs to kill them.
Yep.
But they don't want to take something.
What's in this meth? Don't worry about it. Is there any fentanyl in this shit? No, don't worry about it.
Go ahead, Ben.
You know, is this opioid safe? Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah. You know, it's all for a buck.
Go ahead, Ben.
Anyway, Catman56 came back with another donation and said the GOP support Herschel Walker, a football player, not one day of national service, but look, he's one of our well-paid blacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, he's black. He's on our side. Yeah, there you go. We're not racist. You have to wonder why he's there.
You know what? Speaking of fentanyl, let's not forget what the Taliban's number one most engrossing thing is. The Taliban is very heavily involved with the poppy plant.
Yes, heroin.
They have promised. They have promised an agreement signed with us to curb opioid production, and
number one crop.
Conservative Muslims are very against it. So we'll see what they do with that, but that is part of the agreement that they had to make with us.
They say they're a changed Taliban.
Well, we'll wait and see.
The Taliban knew we were pulling out. They started going around to these major cities back in April and buying them out and telling them, as soon as the Americans roll up out of here, y'all either be on our side or we're coming after your asses. So
this all was negotiated by...
The tribes were bought. Yeah, this was a done deal before we even pulled out.
Negotiated by the master negotiator himself.
Yes.
Oh,
yes, it was a done deal before Biden was even sworn in.
Yep.
This was all set in motion.
And the Taliban knew when we were leaving,
because
and
we
they
negotiated
went around to the cities, and they paid them off.
Because we negotiated with them for the withdrawal, not the Afghan government, the one that we built up and propped up all this year. That's not who we negotiated this withdrawal from. We negotiated with the Taliban.
We know that the former president of Afghanistan absconded down to one of the safer Saudi states with a whole lot of that money. Do you think that some of that money didn't turn around and end up back in Trump?
He saved his nation. He saved his nation the embarrassment of watching their president being hanged in public.
Oh yeah, I heard that excuse.
Yeah, that's what a great speech. I saved you from my death. Oh yeah, where's the money, asshole?
Yeah, he was scared.
Yeah. Well, that it goes. When I get right down to it, I am a firm believer. No, you cannot have a democratic society in in Afghanistan because that comes from the people. And that is the reason the Afghan army just disappeared. It just disappeared because there's no loyalty to your country, to your documents. What you said that your government said X, Y, Z. Over here, that would mean life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. We have a document that we can point to and say, no, these are the truths that are self-evident right here. This is what we can rely on. They don't have that over there. They just recently made one up, but hey, the guy with the stick is beating me, so I got to run now.
My one hope, John, is this.
What?
That we remember this, finally remember this the next time we get tried to talk into doing this sort of stuff. The next time we decide to waste trillions of dollars in soldiers' lives on this sort of action.
I'm afraid it won't be long before there will be an
they're already setting it up.
There will be an incident.
Got to go another 30, 40 years, people will forget.
Yeah, they'll forget. Something will happen, and then we'll all go, well, we're going to go kick their ass. We'll go down the road again because war is profit.
Earlier today, I posted a question on Discord, and it went something like this. Just imagine what Afghanistan would look like had Trump won the last election. Think about it.
I don't want to.
Biden's doing a great job.
Biden is doing an outstanding job, and I stand by him.
Yeah, he's getting all the people out that know how to do things and run the infrastructure.
Stephen Miller. Oh, nobody's even brought him up.
Yeah.
But he's the reason why it was taking so long to get the Afghanistan's out of that place, the Afghans out of that place.
They were trying.
He fucked up the visa process.
Right.
Totally fucked that shit up to pull people out of there because
nobody could get out.
He didn't want the Muslims over here in this country.
If you ask me, Donnie Boy and Pompeo and Steve, the whole gang of idiots and traitors over on that side intentionally made a deal with the Taliban and said at the time, once we leave office, we don't give a shit. Go for it. Y'all go crazy. Do whatever you want. I believe that because
do whatever you want.
Because of.
But John, didn't it start with Steve Bannon, who was in Trump's cabinet in the beginning? Because Steve Bannon, who was a white supremacist, who I like to call asshole.
Asshole, and the asshole is still running around out there trying to create that white nationalist society that he's trying to spread all over Europe. He's still busy at that.
Understand something. Steve Miller put people in those offices that had control over the Afghans getting those special permits to get into this country. He blocked all that shit before this shit even went down. Before
he put the roadblock in to create the wave that we saw. And the reason that I think that they may have done it intentionally, and I use the word may, what I believe they did is because look how willing they are to hurt this country. This country. How the Republicans will try to make it unbearable conditions. That way they can run in saying, look at us, vote for us because look how terrible things are. No, you're throwing gas on the freaking problem and then want to come in with a bucket of water. It doesn't. I'm tired of watching that same replay over and over again.
This would have been a clusterfuck beyond proportion if Trump had gotten office.
And Biden is the one that's getting us out. And all four, I mean, we've had 4 presidents. Biden's the only one that said, okay, we're doing it. Donnie was out there saying we were going to do it. Hey, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to sign that health care bill in 2 weeks. As long as
But isn't this the reverse of history?
What's that?
I said, isn't this the reverse of history? Think about it. What happened between the Jimmy Carter and the Rodney Reagan thing? Jimmy Carter tried to get the people out of Iran to deal with Iran. Now here we are 30 years later, and it's reversed. Trump made a deal with Afghanistan, and then he lost, and Biden gets in. Now they're trying to blame it on Biden.
They're going to blame it on Biden, and this is going to create. And you watch because we have until the 31st That's a week from now before we're going to pull out. There are going to be people left behind.
Yep.
There are going to be people left behind, and some of them might be Americans because not everybody is registered when they came into the country. You know, there are a lot of mineral companies. That's one thing Afghanistan have is a lot of rare earth, and that is needed in a lot of industries. And what is going to happen? The Taliban right now are already saying they need to negotiate for trade deals and aid. They're already, you can't negotiate with terrorists. What are you going to do? Open up trade with Afghanistan with them? I don't know. There's so much that's going to come down the pike yet to see. But my fear is that, yes, there's going to be people left behind, and if they're American, they can be held hostage and made into another crisis. Look at there, we got a hostage. We got to go get them. And they're Americans. That's what I fear is we're going to find our ass back in another conflict. Maybe in Afghanistan, maybe somewhere else. Iran is still open. Hey, we haven't done them yet. Remember old John McCain? Bomb, Iran. Yeah. Iran is always an option for this government if somebody wants to start a freaking war. Have a Gulf of Tonkin incident right there, out there in the Persian Gulf. And there we go. War is good for business.
It's just more important why we can't let the House or Senate slip back in Republican control in 2022.
Indeed. Thank you for saying that.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
About war being good for profit, they brought up the statistics of like Raytheon and all these other companies, and most of them profit on their initial investment in Afghanistan up to 900%.
War is good for business, buddy.
It's good money.
The Republicans figured that out. That's how come they pushed the defense bill so much. They run fear so far up your ass that's your only response. Yes, we have to support the defense projects because, they're all going to come kill us if we don't. That is our biggest problem. Until we recognize the fact that we dump so much into the Department of Defense, into the military-industrial complex, that we're letting bridges fall. We're letting our roads deteriorate. We're letting our people sit on the side of the road and live in a tent.
And speaking of that, John.
Yes.
Mr. Dick Cheney's company, Halliburton?
Oh, yes. I know Halliburton, baby. Halliburton's big in Texas, baby.
Halliburton, between Afghanistan and all the fracking that they're doing over here for natural gas, Halliburton has made over $52 trillion.
I was fixing to say, Halliburton, you want to frack that well? Call Halliburton, baby. They'll frack it for you. That's what their business is, baby, oil and gas, and they can get it out. No matter what stage of the process, Halliburton is there. You drilling a hole, you need some cement? Call Halliburton. They'll come out there. Need to frack that well? Call Halliburton. They'll come out there. Need to run a wire down that hole? Well, call Halliburton out. Yes. Oil and gas in this country, that's a business down here. That's what Texas runs on.
Yeah, and then they got all that stuff that they've been doing over for the past 20 years in Afghanistan.
And it's up to us, baby, to change this shit. And we're trying to make that progress in the form of, and capitalism will work. If we give it time enough, if we're still here, they're going to switch over to electric cars. And if the market just, eventually, we have to lessen our dependence on the shit. So renewable power energies, wind turbines, I'm just making sure I said the right thing there. A wind turbine. Yeah, that's right. It's not that other thing, and we won't even say the other thing because it's not that other thing. But renewables, that's
don't even go there.
Don't even go there. That's right. We don't want to poke the bear. Anyway, let me catch up real. No, don't say it. Say it 3 times in a row. He comes and kills you. Anyway, Michael James comes out and donated $10 and said, $10 is for John because it. Wait a minute, I got to move the mouse. $10 is. Oh, shit. Now I screwed up that. $10 is for John because it takes money to run this thing, but for the gratitude is to all of you for keeping me informed. Love you, Bernadette. Michael James. Michael James, thank you very much. Bernadette, you got it. I'm telling you, baby.
Boom, boom.
I'm
boom,
telling
boom,
you.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom.
He's got my heart.
Got it beaten, baby. Sheila Y. Love Sunset come in with another $5 donation. Sheila, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And before we go away, Diana Mallory, bequeather of the gong and Secret Squirrels, donated $5 through Super Chat and said, I got my 45 stimulus today that I applied for in April. Well, there you go. Finally got
Right
that.
on. Finally
Got that damn check. So, well, good. I'm glad you got it, Diane.
Those bills.
Yeah.
Those bills.
Yeah. Yes, I know that thought.
Hey, John, before I go, I do want to have, this is an enigma or something. I mean, I don't want to be, not trying to be crazy, but if they can work feverishly on the COVID vaccines, why can't they do the same for finding a cure for AIDS, cancer, and diabetes? And they, well, I'm not being
there's
crazy,
money
I'm
in
just
them
sort of
too.
like,
The
Yeah.
technology
We
for
did.
vaccines, the baseline technology already exists and has existed for a long, long time.
You don't.
We don't have a baseline technology to cure those other things yet, though they are working on it. They're
They
still
are
working on the first level, whereas in the vaccine, we were lucky. We had the first
Yeah,
three
we had.
levels
Yeah.
finished.
This
Just a
went so
thought.
fast because of what they've been working on for years and years. You know.
We
But
have to
anyway, I'll
remember
say
there,
good night to
there
you all.
was a SARS outbreak in Asia 10 years ago.
So true.
Which is comparable to COVID.
And those people have been wearing masks for 10 years.
Yeah, they don't
Gee,
have
I
a
wonder
problem
Yeah, they're
with
pretty
masks
smart about
over there. No, not a problem at all. They were wearing masks in the 70s when I was over in Southeast Asia. Are you shitting me? Yeah, it's not a thing
But
for them.
there's,
When I was in
I-
Japan, it was almost like a fashion statement. Shit.
I don't like to generalize too much, but you definitely see this in Japan, and I think you see it in South Korea too. There's much more of a sense of duty to community there, as far as a country goes.
Yes.
You
respect
know,
for
they
the
don't
elders.
consider it a respect for the elders and a duty to the young. I mean,
Yeah.
it goes both ways over there.
Yes.
And they don't have
We
anyone
don't
over there
have that here
saying
because
us
we
and
have
them.
because we have freedom. That's what we have. You know, as long as you got your freedom, who gives a fuck about the neighbor? That's what we have. And that's what we have to change. And it's going to be a generational change, just like everything that we're trying to do is going to be generational. We're not going to get universal health care. Probably not before I die. That doesn't mean we stop fighting for it. We can't stop fighting for the things that we want our future generations to have. It's how we got to where we are now. Is because past generations fought hard to get us to this point. We can't drop the baton. We have to pick it up and run as far and as fast as we can before we pass it off. And that's the way it's worked forever. And we're not where we should be. We're behind in the race, baby. We're way behind. And we need to catch up with the rest of civilized society. Anyway, I guess it's about time to wrap it up. I want to thank everybody for coming in and helping me out tonight. I'm going to post this on Facebook as a link. And to our Facebook family, I apologize. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was a button I pushed. Anyway, I don't know what caused it. I'll get my tech guy on it to find out why we weren't on Facebook. We love our Facebook family and we miss them. And I miss my chat. So whatever button I hit there, I have to get my son to fix that because I've screwed things up. I'm lucky I even got on the air, and I assume I still am because I have no way in front of me to know if anybody's even hearing me. But I assume Discord is. So anyway, I want to thank everybody.
Oh, they hear you.
They hear me?
They
Good
hear
deal.
you out there. Oh, yeah,
good.
they hear you, John.
Yeah, that just really bothers me because there's things that I watched the chat. I want to see what's going on with the conversation, and nab bits and things out of there or let something hit me, and that just really threw me off my game. But we'll be here again. We'll be here by the next BDF meeting. We'll have it fixed. I'm sure. I'm sure I hit something. I don't know. Now I got to go look at him and go, what'd you do? I don't know. For one, I logged out of that stupid chat and it won't, you got to log back in. And I don't know the damn password because he changes the passwords because it's a security thing. And
Yes, of course.
Yes, he does that.
Which is a smart thing to do.
Yeah, well, I just tried the last
Just
two
job
that I
security,
knew.
John.
And they did. Yeah, I know it. Just change. Just don't tell Dad. I'm sure he told me. It has slipped my mind. But we'll get all that fixed. So to our Facebook family, I apologize again, and we'll be back on Thursday. and I'm sure we'll have it fixed. To our YouTube family, thank you so much for coming in and listening and being a part of this. I'm sure whatever you said in the chat was outstanding. I wished I could have seen it. Anyway, thank you all for giving us your time, and spending a little bit of it with us. Ed Beatty, thank you for being here. We appreciate it tremendously.
Good night, John. Good night.
All right, brother. And David, he's still there?
Still here. Happy to
Outstanding. I appreciate you coming in, brother. Thank you very much.
Always glad to be here.
Outstanding. Thank you. And Spark.
Yeah, John.
Outstanding, brother. I appreciate your help. I'm glad you called me to let me know I was getting out there. Thank you.
Well, I try any way I can think of.
Well, you do a great bang-up job, brother. We appreciate the hell out of it. And thank you for being here, brother. Outstanding. And Tony Boyd. Keep cooking.
Sir.
Keep cooking, brother. Keep cooking. And, you ought to think about this San Antonio thing. It seems you're a popular fellow. I'm just saying.
Thank you.
Whatever.
Okay, I'll keep it in mind. I can't guarantee anything.
Outstanding.
But I'll keep it in mind, and I'll keep on cooking, and I'll still post some more pictures.
Post those pictures over there. Drive them crazy. All right.
But I appreciate you having me. Okay.
All right, Tony. Thank you for being here. And Jeremy. Thank you, brother, for coming in. We appreciate it.
I always enjoy my time. Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate our time with you and always enjoy the conversation. It always continues on here, so we like having you as a part of it. And Ben, Kansas City.
Sir.
Thank you for being here, Ben. Appreciate it very much. Keep us informed on everything Kansas City. See, we appreciate that. All right.
Well, thanks for having me.
All right. And Bernadette.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, darling, for being here.
My
We
pleasure.
always enjoy
And
you,
John.
sir. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
And what I do?
You do it every time we do this.
Yeah, I do it. I lost the
You do
chat. Can't remember that. Yeah, I do a lot of shit around here. If you ask Travis, he'll say most of it's breaking shit. He's gone, and I moved a bunch of shit over there because I was trying to clean up, and he came in. Where's that box of cables? Really? That box of cables been sitting down there forever. Nobody's touched it. I move it, and all of a sudden, where's the cables, Dad? I need a cable out of that. Really? Anyway.
He feels more secure with his box of cables.
He wants his
Jim.
box of cables right there in case he needs a cable. So
That's right.
Gave him his box of cables back. Here you go. Anyway.
John, I have a last question for you.
What?
Did you recover in time for Travis to come back so he didn't know about your butt fall with the tree fight you had last week?
Ooh.
No, they don't know anything about that. No, wait.
Well, they do now.
Yeah, they do now. Thanks a lot. Rat me out. Go ahead. Oh, listen to the show today. What's this about falling on your ass? Oh, they already got mad at me because they looked down there at the river and noticed that I mowed all the way down to the rivers. What are you doing that for? You're going to hurt yourself. Shit, it's mowing grass. What the hell? That's why I did it, because you was gone and weren't going to be here to bug me about it. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming in and being a part of this family. Thank you for all the conversations that I'm sure that went on. That's what builds this family, and that's what makes me feel so good. Anyway, mañana is Wednesday, hump day. Me and Clyde will be here. Try to get everything back on track again. And my mind cleared up and heading in the right direction. And then we'll be back here again for Thursday for our Blue Dot family meeting. So please come back and join us. And before I go one more time, don't forget, Erin Trombley is running for town council up in Monroe, New York. She is a Blue Dot, and we are so proud of her. I'm sorry, Erin, I should have hit that 3 times or 4 times while I was in here. Erin Trombley, anyway, that's her Facebook.com page. That is her official Act Blue account. So please, if you have some money extra laying around, a few $1,000s, 10, 20, whoever, whatever you got, please consider donating to Erin. We want her to have a successful campaign and get her elected. And that's where it all starts, baby. It starts at the grassroots level. It starts in my town, your town, in Monroe, New York. And Erin decided that she was going to do something about it. But it takes money to run a campaign, to do the filings, to do all the stuff that she needs to do. And so again, Aaron Trombley for Moru City Council, Town Council. Anyway, thank you very much. Anyway, Aaron, we wish you the best. Travis was bragging on her. Oh, I love her. She's down to earth. I can talk to her all day. Anyway, I'm sure he's going to get back in contact with you. Anyway, have a great time. Put a smile on your face, and if you can, put a smile on somebody else's face. Y'all say good night to everybody.
Not
Good night,
everybody.
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 Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Y'all take care, and we'll see y'all later.